Beekeeping jargon, beekeeping lingo, beekeeping technical terms. No, wait, I got it. Beekeeping buzzwords. That's it. There are an amazing amount of buzzwords in the beekeeping vocabulary. Where do I start? I'm going to cherry pick. I'm going to cherry pick as we go. There's going to be more than one of these videos, and when I cherry pick in these videos, they will be alphabetical. So our first term is apiary, and I am surprised by the amount of people who have never heard the term apiary. In other words, it's a bee yard. It's a place where people keep their hives, their honeybees. And I believe that apiary is probably derived from Apis mellifera, which is a bonus beekeeping buzzword. Apis is Latin for bee, and mellifera is Latin for honey bearing or honey carrying. So hence the honeybee in Latin is Apis mellifera. So it sounds to me like apiary is a derivative of Apis, bee. Our next beekeeping buzzword is beeswax. How in the heck do honeybees create beeswax? A lot of people don't know. Honeybees excrete wax flakes from underneath their abdomen. The younger bees will chew that up and then form it into hexagonal honeycomb. Our next beekeeping buzzword is brood. And the term brood, or the buzzword brood, is everyday common language for a beekeeper. Brood's very important. Basically what it is immature bees. They are not the adult bee just yet. And there's two categories of brood, open brood and closed brood. And what beekeepers are looking for when they do their inspection is brood. They want to see eggs, larvae, and capped brood. So let me explain. Open brood consists of eggs and larvae. So they're two different stages. And then once the larva matures, they're going to cap it over. So now it'll be closed brood or capped brood. And beekeeper lingo is eggs, larva, capped brood. Sometimes the queen is hard to find. So when beekeepers see eggs, larva, capped brood, and they're good patterns of that, good healthy patterns of that, they're good to go. So brood is the buzzword. Our next beekeeping buzzword is brood box or brood chamber. This is the area in which beekeepers like to keep the queen so that she can lay her eggs and they can have their eggs, larvae, capped brood, or brood all together. So it's the area or the box or the hive in which the brood is. So that's brood box. Typically it's in the lower box or the lower two boxes is where the brood chamber or the brood box is. Our next beekeeping buzzword is colony. Now colony is not to be confused with hive, and we'll get to hive in just a minute. Colony is the family of honeybees, which consists of one queen, worker bees, and drone bees. And just a little added information for you when it comes to a colony of honeybees, a healthy colony of honeybees, it is one queen, and the whole colony is made up of 85% of worker bees and 15% drone bees or worker bees. And speaking of drone, that is our next beekeeping buzzword. Drones are the male species of the honeybees. The drone is the male bee, the boy bee of the honeybees. And you gotta hand it to those drones because their only purpose is to mate with a virgin queen. They have no stinger, they can't protect a colony. In fact, when they're first born, the worker bees will actually feed them because they don't feed themselves. There's some humor within the beekeeping world when it comes to drones, that they're lazy and they don't do anything around the hive, which is true because their sole purpose is to mate with virgin queens, not the queen in their box or their colony or their hive, because that's mom, and that'd be incest. That's bad. Drones. Next up, next beekeeping buzzword is hive. A hive really refers to a man-made wooden structure for the honeybees to live in, for a colony of honeybees to live in. So colony is not the same thing as a hive. The hive is a man-made wooden structure, and a lot of times it's the most common hives are the Langstroth hive, the vertical Langstroth hive, horizontal Langstroth hive, and a top bar hive. Among a couple others out there. Next up on the beekeeping buzzword list today is nectar. I absolutely love to say that word. It is the sweet liquid that's collected by the honeybees from all the plants. It's the liquid. It's a complex sugar at the time. The bees gather up the nectar from all the plants and put it in their honey stomach, and then there's enzymes within their honey stomach that starts breaking that complex sugar down to a simple sugar. The forager bees take it back to the hive. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. Nectar is the liquid from the plants, or food of the gods, or drink of the gods. Super. Next up on our beekeeping buzzword list is the word super. Typically, it's a honey super that beekeepers would say. Beekeepers use the word super all the time. Basically, it's an extra box to give the honeybees more room to make more honey or more space for them to keep their brood. Honey super or deep super, brood super, super duper. Next up on our top 10 list of beekeeping buzzwords today, and lastly, and pretty importantly, is the worker bee. The worker bee is all female workforce, and they do all the duties within a hive except lay eggs. That's the queen's job. So the worker bees have a tremendous amount of responsibility, from cleaning the hive to carrying out the dead. I call them the undertaker bees. It's a true story. They have undertaker responsibility as well. They want to keep that hive sanitary and good working order. That's the top 10 beekeeping buzzwords today from your old backyard beekeeper, Burt from Honeybee Made. Remember, if it's honey, it's honeybee made. And always remember that life is good on the bee side. Peace.